Well, speaking of slowly but surely dying off,
Yeah.
a band calling it a day, somebody that we had the pleasure of rubbing elbows with for a short amount of time is Lynyrd Skynyrd.
What?
They're calling it a day.
They're ending, huh?
They're ending. This is their last run. They're going to run this tour this summer, and that's it.
Oh, I got to look and see if there's a Cleveland show. Then I got to see them one more time if I can.
Because Gary Rosington is the only original member left.
And he's not touring with them, is he?
Well, he's sick. I mean, he is touring, but he suffered a heart attack, I believe, about a year ago.
Yeah.
So he's not in the best of health. So I think their pact has something to do with they can only use this Lynyrd Skynyrd name as long as, I think they said 2 members have to be involved, but he's the only original guy.
Yeah.
And so they're ending it after this run.
Oh, wow. I did not hear that. That sucks. Yeah. Wow. How much are these tickets? Yeah, they are playing Cleveland. Oh, my God. Are you fucking kidding me? Fucking Section 24, which is like second set of sections.
Yes.
You know, there's the stage, then there's the first section, then the second section. $183 a ticket.
Well, this is the last go round for them, so jack that price.
Yeah, suck my dick. I'm not going to see them.
Yeah, almost $200 to see Skynyrd.
Fuck that, and barely Skynyrd. It's not really Skynyrd. It's a bunch of guys and the one guy.
Yeah.
You know, no thanks. I was all set for a minute. I was going to buy tickets on the spot. I saw $183 a ticket. Fuck you. No chance of that.
Yeah, if Ian was still around, we'd be in there for free.
Yeah. Oh, like everybody else in that band, he died.
He died.
Ugh, that sucked. Why couldn't we know somebody else in Skynyrd? I'd like to see their last tour.
I still know Carol Chase.
Why don't you call her up?
Yeah, Carol, I want to come out and see you one last time.
Could you get a fuck buddy pass from your girlfriend so that you could get me some tickets? Think she'd allow that? Because I'd like to see Skynyrd. Why don't you call her up anyway? Give her a call and just say, hey, hook us up for some tickets.
Yeah, no kidding.
In these 2 cities.
Exactly. Speaking of the oldie moldy dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Foreigner founding guitarist Mick Jones was recently interviewed with Rock Talk Mitch LaFon.
Oh, cool.
He said that he and Lou Gramm are going to start doing some stuff again.
Oh, Jesus. Why? Is that going to be the end of...
No, it's just that they're going to work on some stuff together.
So we're going to get, 2 bad songs on some compilation album of a re-recording of their classic hits? Is that what we're saying here?
Well, Mick says there are several ideas in the works. We've really just taken a sabbatical for the last few months, and we're getting back into the saddle, as it were, which we've been doing for the last few years, and we have a couple of tracks that we've had mulling around for a little while, and Lou and I have been listening to some old ideas we had. There's a possibility or a chance of incorporating these in whatever format we decide to release it in.
Why do I think Lou didn't have any of the ideas?
It might even be an EP. We're gathering material as we speak.
Oh, good. So 4 songs. Do you have any interest in hearing that?
Not really, no.
I mean, I love Foreigner as much as anybody else from the 80s. I mean, they were one of my favorites. I'll admit it. I know they were more of a chick band than a guy band, but they were rock enough that they were not only a chick band. And I like Foreigner. I mean, their greatest hits, I could listen to 20. There's 20 songs in their greatest hits that were good. But man, I do not want to hear part-timer Mick Jones teaming up with old Puddinhead to fucking put out 4 goddamn songs. I don't want to hear it. I am very sorry to hear that dude had that fucking brain cancer. But he did. So don't try to sell me fucking product. by slapping the name Foreigner on it. Because you know what? The Lou Gramm Band has sucked a bag of dicks ever since his fucking brain went fucking fuzzy. So don't do that. That's just embarrassing. You're going to call it Foreigner so that you can sell a couple more of them? Stop it. I hate that.
Well, that's what they're doing, my friend.
I hate that. Let Kelly Hansen just be the vocalist of Foreigner, for fuck's sake. The guy, at least, he sounds like Lou Gramm, and he sounds better than Lou did back when Lou was Lou Gramm instead of, Lou Tard. So just stop it. Oh, I hate that. I hate that. Does Mick Jones not have enough money? He's got to prostitute the old band? Is that not what you hear? He's prostituting it one last time?
Somebody somewhere, be it like Frontiers Records or somebody like that, probably threw an offer out on the table, said, hey, people like the original lineup. They want to see the original guys. If you put something together, we could put that out, and the jackals of the world will buy that.
Probably, but oh my God. And we've had this discussion. They're not that band. They were not an MTV band. No one gives a shit. No one gives a shit. If you hear Foreigner right now, you're not going to go looking to see if it's Kelly Hansen or Lou Gramm, because most people wouldn't recognize Lou Gramm.
You're right.
They sure won't recognize what he looks like today. But even in the old days, I don't think most people would know Lou Gramm, would they? Do you think, here, let's put it to task. And this is strictly guessing, but you were in your, late teens, early 20s when they were at their height of their popularity?
Yeah, their height of their popularity was about 83,
84, 85?
When Agent Provocateur and Foreigner 4 came out.
So between 82 and 85.
Yes.
So that would have made you how old?
18 to 22, 23.
Okay, so right what I'm saying. You were in that prime age.
Yep.
If at that time, not now when we know a lot of people, but back when you were just a guy that liked music, if I put a picture of Lou Gramm and a picture of Mark Storace in front of you, would you have been able to tell me which one was from Foreigner and which one was from Crocus?
I guess it would have depended on if I subscribed to a lot of music magazines.
Yeah. But I mean, if they were both in sweats and a T-shirt, not dolled up to be
the rock star guys.
To be the rock star. If they just were their regular
not.
look.
Probably not.
And that's the whole point. The whole thing is that it's Foreigner's not that band.
Well, they're a faceless band. They were the pre-MTV era band.
Yeah.
Just like Chicago. Nobody knew the guys in the band Chicago prior to the MTV days. I mean, they knew the songs and they may have known the names, but to identify the members just by sight, probably not. But when MTV came along and they started making music videos, and Peter Cetera kind of stood out as even though they had three main vocalists in that band, Robert Lamb, Terry Kath, and Peter Cetera.
Right.
The MTV era made Peter Cetera the standout star.
Right. Well, and in Foreigner's case, that's why they were fucking jukebox heroes, because you heard the music, but you never fucking saw them.
Right.
You heard them in the jukebox. That was it. So, enough. We don't need to see the fat, no right cortex fucking Lou Gramm and Mick Jones trying to put the magic back together. It doesn't work for anybody. It never works for anybody. How long has it been since they worked together? 88?
No, I saw them at the Akron Rib Fest with Lou Gramm back in 90. I mean, it was like 99 or 2000.
Okay, so even that's 18 years?
It's been 18 years.
So do you think there's any magic in writing left 18 years later?
No, I don't think so.
Fuck no. And Lou hasn't written a good note of music since then. Lou was already losing it. I don't know if it was because his brain was mush or just because he'd given up all his ideas, but his second solo album was a bag of shit. It had like one hit song on it, and the whole rest of it was just crap. And then he's had a bunch of other stuff after it, EP and the Lou Graham Band and all that other stuff, and that's been garbage. And now you're going to put them back together? Nah, fuck that. That's a waste. It's embarrassing.
Well, possible cash grab.
Yeah, possible. That's the only reason to do it.
I agree.
And Kelly Hansen's got to be like, what the fuck? How much more perfect do I have to be in this band and still get shit on?
Well, nobody's saying that Kelly's going to get the boot because of working with Lou. They're just probably doing something as an addition too.
Yeah, but what does that say? It says that he's still not really that important.
Well, but the thing is Foreigner is a cover band at this point.
Yeah. So stay that way. You know as well as I do, if they put out an EP with Lou Graham, you are going to have every fucking loser douchebag out there saying, well, you got to fucking tour that way.
Well, but the thing is that Lou has been coming out and doing a few songs with the current lineup.
Yeah, great. But they're going to want the full show.
Yeah.
You know that that's how the fans are going to be. Look at this whole Dokken bullshit. Dokken does one song and 5 shows, and we've admittedly said the song is okay and the shows were and with all that said, you've got every fucking retard out there going, gotta get the original band back together, man, gotta get on tour, gotta do it. And that's fucking ridiculous. It's a ridiculous concept, but that's what people want. If you put Lou out there and on a record, it's going to be just like the Dokken thing. People are going to be like, you got to give us one more tour. Just one more tour. It's going to suck. I know it. And I feel bad for Kelly because he's such a cool guy, but he's going to be put on the bench for a fucking year. You watch. He'll be out opening for fucking Tesla.
They'll put Hurricane back together.
Yeah, or he probably would. Or he'll put 4 other guys around it and call it, like a tribute to Hurricane or something. Or he'll do a tribute to Foreigner. Why couldn't he do a tribute to Foreigner?
Yeah.
Put 4 other guys around him that fucking know those songs. What an embarrassment.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Dokken and the original lineup, they did release their It's Another Day video this week.
Yeah, about time, huh?
So I guess we can play it here on the show, the song.
Yeah, how about that?
And so I'm going to play a couple of tunes. We're going to come back, and I hear some rat traps clicking off. Exactly. All right, I'm going to play the new one from Dokken with the original lineup, man.
This means it's going to be better.
Featuring George Lynch on guitar, Jeff Pilson on backup vocals and bass, of course, the wild Mick Brown on drums, and Don Dokken on vocal.
Yeehaw.
And this is something that we were able to share with the listeners way back in, was it like October last year?
October.
Yeah, if you listened to the show late one night, I closed the show with this song, and that was the first and only time you got to hear it.
That's right.
But it's available now. It's on YouTube. So anyway, let's play the new Dokken song. It's Just Another Day, exclusively here
on your Classic Metal Show.
Hi, this is Don Dokken. You're tuned into the Classic Metal Show, the hardest rockin' show on the dial. Keep rockin' with Dokken.